This program and its contents are designed for information and educational purposes only. This program does not render medical advice or professional services and is not intended to be a substitute for professional care. The information provided here should not be used for the purposes of diagnosing or treating a medical or psychiatric condition. If you have or suspect you may have a health problem, consult your healthcare provider. Positive Momentum would like to give a special thanks to Oracle Aviation at Millard Airport for use of their facilities and aircraft.
Hi, welcome to Positive Momentum TV. I'm Diane Silva, and today we're at Millard Airport, and we're going to talk to some pilots.
I think since we're dealing with anxiety a lot here, part of the problem that the passengers who are anxious or afraid of flying have is they don't know what's going on. The decision making that happens and the training we've already talked about, and also not being in control of what happens. I hate flying in back of an airliner because I'm not in control. Well, I'm a control freak. But not knowing what's going on is probably the biggest thing. You know, we've talked before about that big thunk that happens at 2,000 feet as you're coming in for landing. Oh my God, what happened? The airplane fell apart. No, that's the landing gear coming down. That's a good thunk. There are good thunks. But as far as weather, it's an inexact science. We do the best we can with everything, and it's getting pretty darn good. I know, if I'm flying within the next 6 hours, I know what the weather's going to be as best as you can. Now, you always run into something unexpected, but that's probably the rare exception rather than the rule. The fact that you're getting bumped around a little bit is not unexpected. It just has to be tolerated if we're going to get any usefulness out of the flying we're going to do.
Right. I would agree with that. With all the different things that we get to look at now for weather. I mean, we've got weather in the aircraft. We've got displays in the aircraft. We can talk to people on the ground that are going to help. There's different experiences for different aircraft and different standards, what they can go through as far as, well, this particular area, we can't fly through that because it's not safe for our airplane. But another airplane has been built to withstand whatever that system may be. They can fly through it. And the pilots are trained on that, and it really does boil down to we get tons of information to make an informed decision on the safest course of action. And every pilot, every time you fly, whether it's severe or clear, we all look at that weather just to make sure we know what's going on out there so we can better prepare and safely complete the flight.
Right. One more, did you have something?
I was going to add one other thing, and I want to commend what you guys have said. It was outstanding. Also know that as a passenger and you're flying, and there may be some bumps, it's equivalent to when you're in your car and you're on a gravel road, there are bumps, but your car's not going to fall apart.
Right.
It's the same exact thing that your airplane will not fall apart. It's been designed to be able to handle certain things that way. And the bumps to the actual aircraft itself, if the aircraft had a conscience, they were like, what's the problem? I'm fine. It's just, it's a bump. It's
right.
Okay. The other thing to keep in mind, and to answer the question with regards to weather, the training, the decision making, the equipment that's on board. There's also, if we are going from Omaha to LA, there are probably 10 other airplanes in front of me that are also going through and are that are talking to one another, that are talking to the ground control, saying that, and they're going to ask, hey, how's the ride? Smooth as all get out, or hey, at 37,000 it's kind of bumpy, but 39 is perfect. And they're all going to go to 39,000 feet. So all of those people, so the pilots help one another, the controllers help one another to communicate together when you're up there in the air, saying that it's perfect here, not so good there, but just hang in there. About 10 minutes, it's going to get better. So when they come over the PA system, hey, just passengers, hey, can you buckle down for a minute? Because it's going to be about 10 minutes. Well, then just be patient because there's a lot of people talking together.
And Steve also mentioned, if you see your wing flexing, that's a good thing.
That's a good thing. It's supposed to flex.
It's supposed to do that. Absolutely.
That's a good thing.
It's supposed to flex. They all do, and that's okay. Now I lost my train of thought.
The pilots talking to one another, controllers.
Yeah, okay. One of the things to keep in mind as a passenger is what you see on TV shows and movies and stuff.
It's not real.
Is not real.
No.
It has very, very little to do with the reality.
It
You know,
doesn't, but they're trying to sell movies.
Yeah,
Right.
it's
So they're gonna
the
over
drama,
dramatize- yeah.
and the
It's what
13-year-old landing the 737 is not a realistic scenario. It's, oh my God, the pilots both had fish. There are rules about that. You know, they don't. How they handle various scenarios is constantly changing and evolving, but Hollywood very rarely paints a realistic picture of what's going on, and the ones that they do paint are probably the documentaries like Al Haynes at Sioux City or the Hudson River thing are usually done very accurately. And if you want to look at two crews that did an outstanding job of handling emergencies that they're not trained for,
Right.
a competent crew, a trained crew, a good pilot, a good crew resource management, the whole 9 yards, it's probably those two incidents.
Well, we're going to have to wrap this session
Okay.
up. We will come back in a little bit and
Perfect.
we'll.
Hope that answers all your questions.
No, we'll be back.
Okay.